Hi everybody, this is Chris Vernon with Progressive Reporting Agency. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Department of Transportation's drug and alcohol regulations. Failure to comply with these regulations is the quickest way to get your company into serious trouble with the Department of Transportation. So you want to make sure you have a reliable membership program to help you along the way. In this video we'll talk a little bit about the basics of the regulations, and we'll show you how membership in Progressive Reporting Agency's Drug and Alcohol Consortium will not only help you stay in compliance, but will make your life easier as well.
A drug and alcohol program that meets strict Department of Transportation guidelines is required by law for almost all transportation companies. Oftentimes, you hear the term consortium. So what exactly is a consortium? It's an association that manages all or part of an employer's DOT drug and alcohol testing program, while also maintaining the required testing records. Consortiums are essentially the voice between the government and you or your company. They assist employers with implementing the drug and alcohol testing program so the employer can remain compliant with DOT and FMCSA drug and alcohol testing rules and regulations. They are ultimately required to help ensure drivers don't drive under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Who is required to be tested for drugs and alcohol? The terminology used in the regulation is anyone who performs a safety-sensitive function must be tested. At a minimum, this usually includes drivers and mechanics who operate vehicles with a GVW of 26,001 pounds or more, operators of passenger vehicles with a capacity of 16 or more passengers, including the driver, or anyone who hauls hazardous materials of any size, weight, or amount that requires a hazardous material placard. As a company, we only want to see you use your money and time when it's absolutely necessary. So if you don't meet one or more of the testing criteria listed above, you can stop watching this video because the DOT does not require you to comply with this regulation, and there is no point in incurring the cost. If someone else tells you otherwise, they are probably not being honest with you. If you have any doubt, give us a call and we'll shoot straight with you. Let's go over the reasons that drivers must be tested. First is pre-employment testing. This is conducted before applicants are hired or after they are offered a job. New employees cannot begin performing safety-sensitive functions, like driving, until you receive a drug test showing negative results. The DOT also requires random, unannounced testing. All operators of commercial motor vehicles with a gross vehicle weight over 26,000 pounds must be enrolled in a random drug testing pool. 50% of all covered employees in the pool must be drug tested each year, and 10% of all covered employees in the pool must be tested for alcohol each year. Post-accident drug and alcohol tests are required on drivers who receive a citation for a moving traffic violation from an accident. They are also required to be tested if the driver did not get cited, but the accident caused fatalities. It's the company's responsibility to ensure these tests are conducted after a qualifying accident. As a related tip, when it comes to dealing with accidents, the DOT classifies accidents as either recordable or non-recordable accidents. Recordable accidents are when a vehicle had to be towed, or someone involved required medical attention away from the scene, or there was a fatality. We like to use the saying hearse, nurse, or tow to help drivers remember what is a recordable accident, because there are several things a driver must do anytime they are involved in a recordable accident. Supervisors of employees who perform safety-sensitive functions must go through supervisor drug and alcohol training to help them recognize behavior or signs that indicate drug or alcohol use. If a trained supervisor or official sees such signs or behavior, they are obligated to have the employee tested under the reasonable suspicion rule. If you are an owner-operator and the only driver in your company, you are not required to take the 2-hour course. Don't let people who are just trying to take your money tell you otherwise. Lastly, drug and alcohol tests will be conducted when an individual who has violated alcohol or drug policies returns to work. They will also be subject to follow-up tests that are unannounced, and at least 6 tests must be conducted in their first 12 months after a driver returns to duty. The typical costs of joining a consortium are usually $99 for the membership, $40 to $75 per pre-employment test, and then $40 to $110 for each random test. And many of our clients have told us that their employees are getting tested multiple times a year. This means you could get stuck paying almost $300 or more per year to stay compliant with DOT drug and alcohol regulations. At Progressive Reporting Agency, we use a simple, cost-effective approach to drug and alcohol testing. With our flat rate program, all the fees are paid one time, once a year. There are no gimmicks and you know exactly what your costs are. Our drug and alcohol package costs $199 for the first driver and includes everything you need to be compliant with the DOT regulations. With our program, you get pre-employment tests, membership in our DOT compliant consortium, all random drug tests at no additional cost, a drug and alcohol policy book in your company's name, a driver booklet, and access to over 15,000 collection sites nationwide. If you purchase one of our multiple driver packages, you also receive the required supervisor training course for companies with employee drivers. This flat rate is for one driver only, but you have the ability to add additional drivers for $99 as your company grows. This includes their pre-employment drug test and any random drug tests they may have throughout the year. If you already have more than one driver, we have special multi-driver discounts that includes the required 2-hour supervisory training course. It's easy to complete, and you'll even get a completion certificate to show your DOT auditor. Progressive Reporting Agency will not only help you stay compliant, but we will make your life easier as well. Here are some links to additional resources you might be interested in. As always, if you have any questions about this or anything else trucking related, just give us a call at 866-736-6507 or visit us online at progressivereporting.com. We hope you have found this video helpful. If you have, please do us a favor and like it on YouTube, and have a great day.